of you type present. Yes, good morning, all of you. Today we are going to discuss few more basic things based on MySQL. The very first thing that we are going to discuss today is difference between char and varchar data type. Okay. The very first thing is because see when we are creating the table, right? So that time we can use anyone. So the first thing that we should know is what is the difference between char data type and varchar data type. Means suppose you want, when you are writing the create command, no? So you are writing something like this, create table, then name of the table. Then suppose after that if I am writing name, so I can write here char of 10 or I can write here varchar of 10. Now we are taking both the examples. Suppose I am writing this and for address I am writing varchar of suppose 15. Now see, the very first thing is we have to understand the meaning of these two. Now when we talk about char, okay, the meaning of char is that it is fixed length data type, fixed length. And whereas when we talk about varchar, we used to say that it is variable length data type. Now, what is the meaning of this variable length and fixed length? Okay, this is what actually we have to understand over here. That is fixed length and variable length. Now, see, with the name only, you can understand that when we say about fixed length, it means it is going to occupy fixed amount of space. What is the meaning of this? That when you are writing like this, name of char 10, it means you have given instruction to occupy 10 bytes of memory. Fine. One character means 1 byte. Here 10 is actually representing 10 bytes. Fine. So therefore, basically what will happen, 10 bytes of memory will be reserved for char. Okay, you can assume something like this. It is going to have 10 boxes. Something like this. Okay, and then so this is for example for name. Now when we talk about variable length, okay, it means this time the length will be determined on the basis of the value we are going to store in the address. Now what is the meaning of this? Suppose now when I'm going to insert any value, I'm storing here Ron. Suppose I'm storing here Ron. So what is the meaning of this? That Ron will be stored here and remaining all these places will be empty and unused. Means we have reserved the space we are not using for the purpose. Fine. Suppose later on you are writing here James. So what will happen? 5 blocks will be used, remaining 5 blocks will be unused. But when we talk about variable length, in that particular case, what happens? Whatever name we will miss, actually we are specifying here that this is the maximum length. Then out of this, whatever you are using will be that much will be used. For example, if you are writing anybody's address as KNN, so KNN means out of 15 bytes, only 3 bytes will be used. Remaining 12 bytes can be used for the other purpose. Okay, so therefore we must use variable length as compared to that of fixed length. Again, I am repeating here what we have done. We are wasting memory. You can think something like this. Means we are always reserving 10 bytes, but it is not compulsory that every time the name will be of 10 byte. Fine. Whereas in case of varchar, we have given maximum length, that maximum value will be of 15 bytes. Now out of which whatever we are using, only that much will be used. Remaining all will be reserved for the other purpose. Now let me know if you have any doubt. Sneha, any doubt related to this? That what is the difference between fixed length and variable length? Disha, any doubt? Okay. Now see, actually this is very important question also. The reason is because when we are writing any descriptive based questions, no, in MySQL, that time this is actually very common question for your this year as well as for your next year also, that what is the difference between char and varchar, because both data types are used to store alphanumeric values. Remember these words, alphanumeric. It means we can store alphabets as well as numbers. Both we can store. Okay. I hope up to here it is clear. Now see, we are going to discuss another thing that like last time what we have discussed was that suppose if you wanted to create your table, in that particular case you were or we have done only creation of the inserting the values with respect to integer and varchar. Now we are going to discuss for floating point as well as for date type. Fine. So first you have to open your MySQL, enter password. Then you have to use the database name. I think OLO PCS only we have given. Fine. Then the table name. If you remember the table name, then simply write. Otherwise, you need to type show tables. Okay, it will show you the name of the tables. For example, here it is student. Okay, so we are going to create one more table today. So the command is create table. Suppose my table name is STU this particular time. Now see, this time I'm going to insert all 4 types of values. Fine. First is serial number. Now see, we know that serial numbers are always of type integer. So I'm going to write here integer value. Then second is name. For name, as I said, we are going to use varchar only. The reason is because we want variable length. Fine. And 10 bytes I have given maximum over here. Then after that, I wanted to have one floating point value. So see, I'm writing here price. Price or amount. Now for amount, I'm writing here float is the data type. This is what you have to keep in your mind, that in our MySQL, we are using MySQL, right? So here the data type is float, and in this, now see, my price is something like total 5 digits, and out of those 5 digits, 2 digits I wanted to show after decimal point. So it will be something like this 5,2. Okay, we will cross check what is the meaning of this later on. And then I wanted to store anybody's date also. Suppose I wanted to store anybody's date of birth. So I'm writing DOB and the type will be date. So for you, 2 new type of information is, first is float and second one is date. These are your 2 type of information. Fine. Now, if we will see description of this table, DESE and student, DESE STU. Now you can see over here, it is showing here that for serial number, it is showing integer 11. For name varchar 10. We have already seen that in name varchar 10, we cannot give more than 10 bytes. Otherwise, MySQL will give me error. And these 2 today we have to check. Fine. So now if I am going to insert the value, command is insert into my table name is STU and then the values part. Fine. So values part, again, I need to follow the same sequence. Same sequence. So it means first I need to pass the value for serial number. Let it be 1. Then for name, because it is of varchar type or char type, I need to pass the information in the form of either by using single quote or by using double quote. So I'm using single quote here. It is completely your choice. James. And then now see amount. As I said, total 5 digits and 2 digits after decimal point. So the very first information I will give in the proper format, 556.62. This is the actually the maximum limit is 999.99. That is the maximum limit. Beyond that you cannot give. Less than that you can give. No problem in that. Fine. So we have given the amount. Then after that, date of birth. See, now for date of birth, you need to follow the sequence in the proper manner. It is something like this: first year, then your month, and then your date. Okay, this is the format. So you need to follow the same thing. So first 4-digit year we are going to give. Suppose 2000 only I'm writing. Then after this, I need to give the month. Suppose February. and then I need to give the date, suppose 25. Then close this, semicolon, and enter. Now see, query okay, working perfectly. We will check all these formats fine now. So, and if I wanted to see my table, select asterisk from STU. You will see that it is working perfectly over here, 2025. Now see, first we will discuss about amount. As I said, total 5 digits, fine. So if I will exceed that, insert into STU and then values. Okay, the very first value, next value I'm writing here is to Sam, and this time 1000 I'm writing here, 0.1. See here again I'm giving total 5 values, fine. And this I'm writing 20, 20, then 11, and then 12. Now you can see that I'm getting error message. The error message is that the amount is out of range. Why it is out of range? Because when we have described, we said that total 5 digits will be there and 2 digits will be after decimal point. What is the meaning of that? That it means total 3 digits will be before decimal point. Fine. This is what we have explained over there. Okay. If I will explain you over here, if I am saying something like this, float of 5, 2. This is what we have written over there. So what is the meaning of this? That total 5 digits will be there and last means after decimal point 2 digits. So what is the meaning of this? It is clear that we can only write 3 digits before decimal point. And what I was doing in that particular case, I was giving total 4 digits. So therefore it is not allowed. I hope this is clear. It means now if you wanted to give any number, it has to be of 3 digits. Okay, it will work perfectly. Okay, now similarly, now if we will talk about, now we are going to discuss about the date type. I hope this is clear. Acha, chalo, one more thing we will do in this. Insert into STU values. Okay, this is the third record I am entering. John, and then I'm entering for 67.890, 893. Okay, and then I'm giving any year, something like that, 2020, 11, 12. Now see, this is working perfectly. Why it is working perfectly? Now this is what we are going to check. Select asterisk from STU. You can see over here, when I have given any integer value, this integer part, when it was beyond the limit, it was giving you error. But if my decimal point, after that, if I'm giving more values than 2, in that particular case, it is going to ignore the last value and it is going to show it something like this. It means total 5 values and out of which only 2 digits after decimal point. I hope this is also clear. Okay, so, and one more thing, suppose I wanted to, if I'm writing something like this, okay, working perfectly. Now we have to check whether it will round off or no. So we will be checking something like this, select asterisk from STU. So see, what you have to see over here, 0.89 is converted into 90. It means what it is doing, it is rounding off your number. And after rounding off, it is actually showing you the value 2 digits only after the decimal point. I hope this point is clear. And then we have to discuss about the date type. Now see, when we are going to insert for the date, insert into STU values. See, if you have any doubt, you can write in the chat box values. Then I'm going to insert 4th record. Then after that, and see, you have to observe one more thing in this table, that serial number 3 has been entered twice. Actually, practically, it should MySQL should not allow me to enter duplicate values, fine, because serial number must be unique. But the problem was when we have created the table, that time we have not given any constraint. Or this actually when we were creating the table, no, that time only we should give this, that serial number should be unique or it should not replicate, it should not be duplicate, fine. So because we have not given that, so MySQL is allowing you. So we need to be careful when we are going to, when we are making the table. Okay, then after this fourth record I'm entering, now we will do some plus and minus with the date. Okay, the reason is because ultimately we are going to check that how it is working. One more important thing, you can see when I was giving the date, sometimes I'm using hyphen and sometimes I was using this slash also. See, here when I have given, it is working properly. There is no error in this. But when you will see that by default, it is converting it into hyphen only. So if you are giving any separator, by default will be converted into hyphen only. This is the default way of storing of date in the MySQL. Fine. Now insert into STU values. I'm entering fourth record. Then over here, I'm entering for some for Anna, and then the record is now amount I need to give. I'm giving proper amount 0.23 comma. This time we are going to do some plus and minus. As I said, the default type is first year, then month, then date. Now suppose if we are converting it or if we are giving something different. For example, I'm writing something like this because in my system, the date is 6 February 2021. So I wanted to give in that format 6/02/2021. This is how we used to write, right? So if I give like this, see, it is giving me the error. Okay, incorrect date value, because the reason is it is assuming that this is the year. Then it is assuming that this is the month. And here, if you will see this date, we are never having. Dates generally we are having either 30, 31, 28, 29. That's it. Okay. So therefore it is not allowed. So therefore we have to give it in the proper manner. Now, fine. Then if I'm going to give it in the proper manner, 2021, then February. Now see, by mistake, if I'm writing 25 here, by mistake, DD and MM I have converted, fine. And here I'm writing 02. Again, error over here. Why it is error again over here? Because no month is having 25 as a value. Okay, your months are from 1st till 12th. So therefore, here you can give only from 1 till 12. If you will give 13 also, it will not allow you. Okay, so this is what we need to understand here. Now, if I'm writing here 02, this is also perfect. And when we talk about date, if I'm exceeding my date, okay, suppose I'm writing here 30. Now you see, again, it is giving you error. And if you know, then see, February is not having 30 days. Okay, therefore it is giving you error. So therefore, see, therefore we should actually take date type. It is internally, it is calculating that whether you are giving proper. See, again, I'm getting error because it is not a leap year. Because it is not leap year, so 29 is also not allowed. And now if I will give 28, will work perfectly. You can see over here. So see, this is what we have to understand, that how much checking your MySQL is doing. Is this is clear? So therefore, whenever we are asking any date, we should always take that date type in the date data type only. You can see over here, we have taken this as a date type. So therefore, we should take any date as a date type, because MySQL is actually checking that whether you are giving proper input of the date or not. Okay. I hope this is clear to both of you. Disha, Sneha, clear?
No.
Okay. Okay, beta. Now both of you do the practice of the same thing today. Okay, insert the values, do some plus and minus, so that when you will give random values, then you will understand that how how much flexibility MySQL is giving you, and how much restrictness it is showing for the different type of information. Fine. Okay, then practice today for this, and then we will continue later on. Good day, both of you.